Hello, guys. Welcome back to your international student series. This is Chama, a master's degree student from the University of Indonesia. As I always say it, today we have a very exceptional person here to interview with you. He is one of the students here in University of Indonesia, and he is taking masters in management.
Yeah.
Okay, so today I hope you will you're gonna enjoy the interview with him. Okay, so young man, can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello everyone, my name is John Mathiang. I come from South Sudan and I'm currently studying at the University of Indonesia, one of the top universities in the country.
Oh, that's wonderful. John is a South Sudanese. He's studying.
Accounting.
Sorry, he's studying accounting, not
Yeah.
management. He's
Yeah.
studying. He's taking a master's in accounting in
Yeah.
the University of Indonesia. Uh, John, can you tell us about your educational background, please?
Yeah, so I came to this country in 2018 and I came here with only high school. So I had my high school back in South Sudan. And then in 2018, I got scholarship to come and study here. I took accounting in undergraduate at the State Polytechnic of Malang in Malang, East Java. After that, I graduated successfully in the year 2022, and I got scholarship again at the University of Indonesia or University of Indonesia, where I'm now studying masters in accounting. So basically, I've been studying accounting for the most of my life in university.
Oh, that's wonderful, John. So then it means you did accounting in your undergraduate studies, right?
Yes, yes, in
And then
undergraduate.
that was a scholarship in one of the universities in Malang, right?
Yes, yes, Polytechnic of Malang.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. For how long have you been in Indonesia here?
So 4 years undergraduate and 2 years of masters. So it makes a total of 6 years. So I've been here for a while.
Oh, Mathiang has been here in Indonesia for 6 years. I hope
Yeah,
now you are able to speak the Bahasa Indonesia language.
bisa bahasa
Can you
Indonesia.
tell us one or two sentences in Bahasa Indonesia language, please?
Sure. Nama saya John Mathiang. Saya berasal dari Sudan Selatan.
Oh,
Yeah.
makasih, makasih ya, makasih mas. Thank you so much, John. John is a top notch. He's one of the best students here in University of Indonesia because if people are taking masters for 2 years, John take masters for 1 year, one and a half year, or less than one and a half. So
Yeah.
he is there is no adjective that can describe him better than being a top notch. Okay,
Thank
he's
you.
exceptional. Okay, so Mathian, can you tell us about the educational experience in Indonesia here? You are an international student who travel
Yeah.
all the way from South Sudan, okay, miles away. So you come here for your education. So can you tell us about the educational career in Indonesia here?
Yeah, sure. Overall, it's been very good. Looking at what we have back in the continent, is education can be very challenging, especially the higher education, university level. But coming to Indonesia, is quite a very smooth process. We don't get a lot of challenge, though we have challenges to do with the language of instruction, which is for the most part being Indonesian language. But one thing I can tell you that Bahasa Indonesia is not very hard, and also the lecturers are kind to students. And I think for me, I can only say that this has been very, very good time here, and I can tell you that it's one of the places that I highly recommend.
That's fantastic. That's very good. Okay, Indonesia is a country where there is a lot of these scholarships and the like. Okay,
Yeah.
so John, during your first year as an international student in Indonesia, okay, considering the language barrier and some of your courses were being taken in Bahasa Indonesia. So what are the challenges that you face during that time as an international student? You come to take a course different
Mm.
from your language of
Yeah.
your official language. So
Yeah.
what are the challenges that you faced at the time?
I faced several challenges in and outside the class. The most challenge that stood out for me was how do I understand, what the lecturer is saying, because I believe that as for me, I believe that when I listen to what the lecturer says, I can be able to understand better than doing the self learning. But over time, I met lecturers who were so kind to me. I could talk to them to mix Indonesian with English, and that's how I've been surviving. Uh, One thing I can tell to everyone who's going to watch this video is that Indonesians are not very tough. When you are dealing with them, they try to understand uh, the backgrounds where you come from, and
Yeah.
also the challenges that you face. Because most of them have been studying in other countries.
Yeah.
And to teach in Bahasa, it doesn't mean anything. For them, it's just that they want to promote the language, and that's nothing wrong with it. And so I didn't face a lot. I tried to keep calm
Yeah.
and learn the language, and also I use a lot of translation via Google Translator and also ChatGPT, which has now been very helpful for most of my translation. And also, like any other country, you've got to face the culture shock because once you are in another country, cultures are different, and I
Yeah.
think yeah, those are the challenges. But overall, the experience is quite good.
Oh, that's fantastic, John. It is always difficult and it causes a lot of challenge for international students when they travel outside their country to study from a different country whose language is different. Sometimes they feel a lot of language barriers, that can even bring, make them to score low grades in their
Sure.
subjects and the like. Okay, so John, should you recommend students from Africa to come to Indonesia? Why do you think you will recommend students from Africa, East Africa, West
Yeah.
Africa, to come to Indonesia for studies? If you're gonna recommend them, why should you recommend them to come to Indonesia for studies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of reasons as to why I would like to recommend a student from Africa to come and study in Indonesia.
Okay.
First of all, Indonesia is one of the most beautiful countries, and also the educational systems is quite better compared to the one we have on the continent. It's actually learner centered. By that I mean everything that we do is through discussions, and we learn in groups. And I think that's not what we have in Africa. In Africa, mostly the lecturer will be talking and the student will just be listening. But here, we do a lot of practical studies where we present, and also we tend to improve our soft skills like speaking skills and things like that. So yeah, and you get to visit and also see a lot of cultures in this country, and also it gives you exposure to the rest of the world. So I think I would like to recommend it. It should be your first country to decide where if you want to go and study abroad. I think Indonesia is should be the a must to go country.
Oh, that's wonderful. My experience since I came to Indonesia, I have seen people normally love you to understand about their
Yeah,
culture. People like you to to go to mingle with them, and that's very good. It also contributes a lot in your educational career. Okay, so John, can you tell us about your experience in University of Indonesia? You are now a student in University of
yeah,
Indonesia.
yeah.
Can you tell us your experience here?
Like I said earlier on, University of Indonesia is the best university in the country. They have the best facilities in the country. The best lecturers. Everything is just the best. So I think if you choose to study in University of Indonesia, it's not an opportunity that a lot of people get. And I think for me it's a blessing, and I think it has upgraded my life somehow.
Oh, that's wonderful. University of Indonesia is considered to be one of the best universities in Indonesia, and I have realized that there are so many collaborations with other universities in Australia, like
Mm,
Melbourne University,
sure.
and then from here you can travel to Australia to study in any university you
Mm,
want because of that collaboration, that mutual understanding with them,
mm.
in Malaysia, in Japan, etc.,
Singapore, yeah.
Singapore. So we have so many international students who travel here for exchange, for these exchange courses and the like. Okay, so that makes it very very interesting, John. John, what experience and difficulty do you feel as a student in university?